Hi guys, it's Markabusi here and we're back with another song reaction, and today we're going to be doing the official live video for BAND-MAID's Don't You Tell Me, which came out like 9 days ago, and all you guys were like, oh, you should go into this. I didn't want to because I had literally just did that song, the studio version, about 2 weeks ago, and I figured I've got nothing new to add to that, so what's the point in doing it? Then I considered, well, it is the live performance, so I'll get to judge if it's got more energy, how they're bringing that to the party. I also realised that it gives me an opportunity to go and add this to the emo scale and see exactly how emo this song is. So this is going to be the first BAND-MAID song that we get to put officially into the science and rigour that is emo scale. And finally, you won't have a leg to stand on when you finally see it and realise, oh, BAND-MAID, they're not a hard rock band, they're an emo band. So that's what we're going to do. Just want to pause it for a wee second to say my last Miku is bringing the lovely clean backing vocals there. The most important part of this is Saiki is absolutely fucking smashing it. Normally, I have been saying that Saiki's a pretty good front woman, but her mere vocals are a bit too clean sometimes for a rock band. But here she's bringing a grit and a passion and an energy to it that I haven't witnessed too often, but I haven't done too many of the official live videos, so that could be the reason. Thing is, right, I've already spoke about this song at length. Like on this, if you want to hear my thoughts on the song, go and watch that video. I'm not really talking about the song too much, other than to say it is an absolute banger. The chorus is, Misa, you kinda just expect to always be smashing it. She always does. The thing that I genuinely quite like about watching the videos is Konami just spends the entire time, it's like she's in a wee world of her own, and she's just swinging away, dancing to herself. I don't even think that she's really, I mean, she clearly is, but I don't feel like she's really paying attention to anything that anybody else is doing. She's just in there, in the zone, playing away. Not perfect, by the way. That whole second verse, it was just a whole kind of pop punk type verse where Misa and Akane just doing a really kind of thundering fucking rhythm section. Miku was the only other person actually supplying any kind of instrumentals, and it's kind of nice to see Miku standing out a little bit on the guitar. I compliment her all the time on her backing singing. I think she's got an excellent, clean singing voice. I am aware that she is the one who created the band in the first place, and she's the whole ethos and captain of the band, and I kind of much respect her in that regard. But I also know that she didn't play guitar when the band first started and has been learning the guitar this entire time. So it's kind of nice to see just a little bit of her getting to do that. And then obviously Konami come in with a really cool kind of picky lead line, which, yeah. But yeah, it's just nice to see them growing, I suppose. Because I've been recently going back to their old stuff, like stuff from the first album where they were really pop punk and the songs weren't written by them. They're vastly different from what, say, Shambles is. But it's nice to see the kind of growth there, I think. Like as performers, but just generally speaking as songwriters as well. It's interesting to kind of go back and forth between a discography because you'll go and listen to, for example, Shambles, which is technically quite intricate and quite bombastic and wild. Start back again to like Be Okay, where it's almost a totally different band, and all of the kind of building bricks are there for where the band is now. It's kind of interesting to see how they get there. It's a cool wee journey. That's all I'm saying. Sorry guys, you knew it was coming. Every single person watching this video was sitting back waiting on that pause happening. It is just what it is. The Discord were talking overnight there about potentially doing some merchandise, mostly centered around the fact that I will not let Konami speak. Tell me if you'd be interested. For those of you who are actually quite enjoying the solo pauses, let me know if you'd be interested. If there is enough interest in that, I might consider doing it. If not, I won't, because I'm not fucking stupid. They tend to come out and try and do like almost pitch perfect renditions of the songs, and then they'll add in like a bass solo, a guitar solo, or like dueling solos, or whatever the fuck they want to add in. But it's not often that Saiki then does as much kind of call to action ad-libs as she's doing in there, which I'm kind of finding quite interesting. It's cool because it shows a level of showmanship where she's hyping the crowd up constantly. Like, I can imagine this would be quite a fun gig to go to. Nah, that was stunning. That was stunning. Here's all the things, all my takeaways from that made that as good as it was, right? Firstly, the way that everything just dropped out when it first came in was very prog rock, which I quite liked. And it kind of suggests a direction that they could go in that they haven't done before. They could easily go prog rock. They've got the skills to do that. They know what they're doing with that. Also, the synth stuff in the background that was just adding in mood and texture whilst they were doing what they were doing was just really cool, and it was a really clever idea of them, because as much as that segment is about them doing their solos, you kind of also don't want it to sound completely empty whilst they're doing their solos. I would then also say that Akane's drumming during that was really clever, because it was extremely understated and it was sparse, and it was only in to highlight certain parts of the solos right the way up until the end, where then when it built into that big crescendo when she just went fucking batshit crazy, and it was 3 people just soloing wildly when they were getting up onto the stage riser, and the 2 of them were doing the battle against each other, and it was like that scene from Scott Pilgrim when they're having the battle of the bands. It's just really cool. It was very reminiscent of Pink Floyd in like the best way possible, and the solos were cool. The bass tone, beefy as fuck, with a nice bit of grit behind it. Some of the best soloing type stuff that BAND-MAID's ever done, and I'm glad I paused it right at the start and then went back to watch the whole thing, because I'd been annoyed at myself if I had kind of wasted that. I'll be honest. That was fantastic. Okay, right, I understand why people were telling me to react to that song. That was absolutely fantastic. They took an already pretty good song and injected it with so much more energy and passion, mostly through the vocals, which were significantly improved upon the studio version, and then you go and whack in that massive fucking solo section. It's just changed the game. You know my thoughts on the song already, okay? I've did the video already, but here's now the important thing. How does this song fall on the emo scale? How twinkly were the guitars? The guitars were not particularly twinkly if you take the distortion out of the guitars in the verses. Twinkly. So they were to an extent twinkly. They were about this level of twinkly. We're taking the D from the song title as the centre point of this. So it was about their level of twinkly. And then you've got your overwrought singing. Like, how much welly was she actually given the singing? And in that case, it was about there. So that is how emo Don't You Tell Me by BAND-MAID was. And if that makes sense to you guys, explain it to me in the comments below, because at this point all I know is it's science. I don't understand it, but it's science. That was Don't You Tell Me live by BAND-MAID. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been markabusi, and I will see you next time.